Let's start our experiment for the series combination of the resistances. This experimental setup you have already seen while we were doing Ohm's law. The experimental setup, I'm just revising the things. This is your battery eliminator, then milliammeter, voltmeter, rheostat, key, and the resistance, which I will change because we are doing series combination. So I will take two resistances which are connected in series. So first of all we have to check again the voltmeter least count of the voltmeter and the least count of the milliammeter. So as we know, the formula for to find out the least count is range between two long divisions divided by number of divisions. So here I am taking two long divisions as 0 to 0.5 and the number of divisions between them is 10. So the least count is least count for voltmeter is 0.5 divided by 10, so it will be 0.05 volt. Similarly, I can do for milliampere as well. Range between two long graduations is 0 to 100 I am taking, and the number of divisions between them is 10. So 100 divided by 10, that means 10 milliampere is the least count for ammeter. That is 100 divided by 10, that is 10 milliampere. Now this is the series combination of the resistances. So I have taken two resistances and I have combined them. I have joined them using the connecting wire which are connected in series. As you can see here, there is one wire which is connecting these two. So I am just folding these wires. So this is your series combination of the resistances. Now one end of this resistance is connected to the voltmeter and another end is connected to the rest of the circuit of another resistance. So these two are acting as one equivalent resistance. So let's find out what is the experimental value for these resistances we are getting. Now theoretical value we can check right now. Both are of 10 ohm. So formula for equivalent resistance for series combination is R is equal to R1 plus R2. So it will be 10 plus 10, that will be 20 ohm. So this is my theoretical value. Now by taking three observations, we'll check the experimental value V, I, and we will calculate V upon I is equal to R. First set of the reading, let's start with that. So let's start. First I'll set my value for the voltmeter at 2 volt. And here it's against this, the value of ammeter comes out to be 100 milliampere. So against 2 volt, value for the ammeter is 100 milliampere. We have to change it into ampere, so multiply by 10 raised to power minus 3 and unit is A. Now we can find out R is equal to V upon I. If I'll calculate this, let me show you the calculations also. 2 upon 100 multiply 10 raised to power minus 3, that means 1000. So I'll get my value my value comes out to be 20 ohm. This is the first set of the reading. Second, I'm changing it to 1.5 volt. Against 1.5 volt, we can read the reading of milliammeter as 80 milliampere. So 1.5, 80 milliampere. So it comes out to be 18.75 ohm. For the third set of the reading, voltmeter reading is 1 volt and this reading is 50 milliampere. 1 volt, 50 milliampere, and if we'll solve it, it comes out to be 20 ohm. So we got three experimental values, 20 ohm, 18.75 and 20 ohm. These values are nearly same as the theoretical value 20 ohm. So this is a series combination that we are getting the same result, experimental and the theoretical results are same. So the formula for this is R is equal to R1 plus R2. We are verifying this formula experimentally also. Now similarly we can do for the parallel combination as well, and we can verify a result experimentally and theoretically. Now this is the parallel combination of the resistances. As in the previous case, both are connected in the series combination. Now they are connected in, I have to make the connections again. Okay. Now these are connected in the parallel combination. Now these two resistances are in parallel combination, as you can see here. One end of the one resistance is connected to another end, so these are in parallel combination and forming one equivalent resistance. Since I have taken both as 10 ohm and this is also 10 ohm, so theoretically you can find out the result. Theoretically it comes out to be 1 upon R, 1 upon R1, 1 upon R2, and it comes out to be 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 10. So my value comes out to be R is equal to 5 ohm theoretically. Now experimentally, we'll take 3 readings and just verify this. I will be in milliampere. We have to change it into ampere by multiplying this with 10 raised to power minus 3 using the formula R is equal to V upon I. So the first set of the reading. Now I'm changing my rheostat. Now let's plug in the key, and I'm keeping my value for this to be at 2 volt. Set this voltmeter reading at 2 volt. So you can see here the reading is 2 volt here, and against this you can check my value comes out to be it is approximately 400. Now against this my milliammeter reading comes out to be 400 milliampere. Let's note down the first set of the readings, 2 volt and 400 milliampere. So if I'll solve it, it comes out to be 5 ohm. Second set of the reading, 1.5. At 1.5 value comes out to be 300 milliampere. So it will be 1 V upon I multiply 1000, again it comes out to be 5 ohm. Third set of the reading will be at 1 volt. This time at 1 volt reading my value comes out to be 190 milliampere. So 1 volt 190 milliampere. So here value comes out to be, so if I'll solve it, so my value comes out to be 5.2 ohm. So from all the 3 experimental values you can see these are comes out either they are equal to or they are near to the theoretical value. So again we are verifying this formula that the experimental value and the theoretical value are same.